We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky.
What's up, guys? My name's Daniel. Feel free to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's completely free, costs you nothing. If you feel like donating, there's a way to do that down in the description. I love to have my back scratched. I like giving free information, but it also feels good to have a little bit returned to me as well. So, I also have a Facebook page if you guys want to check that out, or you have questions, or you just want to join, post your bike, whatever, talk about things. That link is also in the description. I have my PayPal link in there if you want to send a donation to buy me a cup of coffee, whatever. It also helps support the channel. So without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully I get to help you guys out today. Let's get going. What's going on, guys? So I picked up this 2012 CBR 250R Honda. It's a little dirty, needs a good wash. The rear seat was trashed, so went ahead and ordered a rear seat for it. It also had little broken spot up here on the front. I repaired all that. I still got to get the glue off there, but went ahead, epoxied everything back into shape and remounted the light, so it's just missing a little tiny red piece right here that was right there, but like I said, broken. So anyways, I put it back up there. Shocks are in pretty good shape. I don't see any oil leaking off them. Brakes have all been done. I can see somebody changed the brake pads here recently. They did some red ones in there, so it's had a little bit of work. Chain needs a little bit of servicing, needs a really thorough cleaning, but other than that, picked it up for $1,000. Running condition with a clean title. I think it has like 16,000 miles on it. Anyways, yeah, my understanding it's just a little single cylinder, fuel injected bike, and I've ridden a lot of 250s and small displacement, so I thought it'd be fun to give this one a review, see what my thoughts are. So let's do that. We'll give it a chance to warm up here real quick. Tires are in great shape, chain driven, so you know you're going to be doing some maintenance to it, some chain maintenance if you buy one of these and you own it. Plastics look like they're pretty easy to take off. Looks like a few bolts. Tank also looks like it's pretty easy to take off. I would assume you remove these two panels right here and then this pops off, or this just pops off. And then under the seat, after you remove those, tank, I mean, you should have access to everything. This looks like a very easy bike to work on. It doesn't look like a complicated machine at all. So I would say this is probably a fairly good beginner bike. I want to see what kind of power it has in comparison, because I've ridden a bunch of 250s, 250Rs, all the Kawasaki's. I've ridden some cruiser style 250s, but this is a track ready platform. So this should be pretty peppy for a small displacement ride. This should have a fair amount of get up and go. So it doesn't feel like a thumper. Normally we call single cylinder bikes thumpers. This one feels like the engine's pretty well in sync. So this will be interesting to take this for a little ride here. This bike easily starts. First gear. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it sounds really good. I like the way this bike sounds. Handles really well too. You could take some fast tight turns on this, I can tell you that. It actually rides a lot higher than I thought it was going to. I feel like I'm actually pretty high off the ground for a little 250. This feels pretty high. Granted, I am 5'11". I feel a little scrunched up on this bike, so it feels a little small to me, but nothing too crazy. I feel like I could ride this for a while. Short first gear, as most of these little 250s are. Most of these have little short first gears. So there we go, the engine's warming up. I didn't want to beat on this thing until I had a little chance to warm up. Let's take a left here. But yeah, it's about 20 miles an hour first gear is what you want to pull out at. That is a fairly quick little platform. No bogging, nothing crazy. It doesn't have tons and tons and tons of pull, but it's fairly good for a small displacement. It has a lot more get up and go than my GSX-R 250 had. I don't think it's on power with the carbureted Kawasaki Ninja 250R, the Ninja, but it definitely feels like it's got a fair amount of pull. Now bear in mind, the Kawasaki Ninja 250R is a parallel twin. So this is a single cylinder thumper, but it definitely feels like it might be almost on power with the Kawasaki Ninja 250R. Clutch is pretty smooth. I can pull it with one finger. It's very easy. This is great for beginners. The power distribution on this bike is a little weird. If you let off at all, it feels like it kind of jerks you. It doesn't have really a happy median spot on this bike, it feels like. If you pull back though, there it goes. So it feels good. I mean, the suspension's not too bad because this is normally a pretty bumpy road. I don't feel like I'm getting jerked around too much. I feel the bumps, but I don't feel like I'm getting beat up by them. You know, I can definitely feel them though. But it's compressing the bumps enough, the little small stuff, that it's not making my voice shake at all. And a lot of the bikes I've had does. So like the Kawasaki Ninja 250R, the suspension on is garbage. You can feel everything. There's a bunch of little divots in the road right now, little bumps that I'm feeling, but it's not making my voice shake pretty much at all. You know, I'm getting a little bit of voice shake when I hit the little stuff, but nothing crazy. It's not like the other bikes. But overall, I think this feels good. It feels solid. It feels like a very nice little grounded bike. So I think a Ninja 250R is probably faster than this. This is quick, but it's not stupid fast. This is a great little starter bike, I think. If you want something that's going to be a bit more peppy than this, then I would go with the Ninja 250R. You know, a 2008 through I think 2012, I want to say, Ninja 250R is going to have a bit more gull under it than this is. So I have ridden the larger version of this. I've ridden the 300 CBR, my buddies, and it's got a lot more pizzazz than this has. This is considerably slower than the 300R version of CBR. This is the predecessor to that bike, so I can definitely feel the differences in them, but it's not horrible. I could ride this and be comfortable. It's got enough power to get in front of traffic. You could easily beat cars off the line. It is faster than the GSX-R 250. I can tell you that right now. It is much quicker than the new GSX-R 250, which is sad to me because that's a product of Suzuki and it's supposed to be a race-ready platform, and this old 2012 would smoke it. Smoke it, I can tell you that right now. Just based on the amount of pull that this bike has, this would, yeah, this is that bumpy road. So it's shaking my voice a little bit, but this would absolutely annihilate the new GSX-R 250R. So if you guys were wondering, you're better off buying a CBR, an older CBR 250R, than you are buying the GSX-R 250R, the new one, the like 2016 and up model to like 2024. It's garbage in comparison. This is a much more aggressive, faster bike. I gotta fix this shifter. This is very bent. My shifts are not coming out very smooth with how this is. Oh my gosh, is this guy really doing the same loop that I am? Please turn off. But yeah, if you give her the beans, it pulls pretty good. Once it gets past 5,000 or 6,000 RPMs, it wants to pull hard. I'll get down this back road again and we'll feed it some beans and we'll see what it does. I'll give it some real gull. All right, guys, I'm gonna hit this corner hard and we're gonna see what this thing can do. You ready? Holding on to that corner pretty good. Watch out for the water there. You never know what's around this turn here. All right, let's hit this corner hard. Out of the apex hard. That's a little ripper, man. It does all right. This is my version of the twisties here. Feels all right. So if you give it a chance to build some RPM, this is a fairly quick bike. It's not bad. You can definitely tell that it's a track ready bike if it wants to be. You can take this out for a nice pleasant little ride, or you can really feed her some gas and she'll go. She'll get it. Now I will say, for you beginners, there is no gear indicator light on this bike, okay? You can see that it does not have a gear indicator, and if I go through the mode switch, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it doesn't offer gear indicator, so you just have to know your gears. You know, I've been riding a long time, so I do know my gears pretty well. But I would say it feels good. It's fast. It's quick for what it is. It's definitely a quick, fun, fast little bike. It's not too shabby. You know, like I said, the only downside for beginners is definitely doesn't have a gear indicator. So, I like it. It's fun, it's fast, it's quick. Hits the turns well, and I'm a 208-pound dude, so there you go. There you go. I like it. You should buy one. It's a fun bike. Boop, boop. Well, there you go, folks. Oh! Fun. Sounds good. Ride's good. Not a bad purchase for $1,000. I hope you guys find the same deal that I got. After I clean this one up, it'll look a lot better. I just wanted to repair some of the simple stuff before I took it on a ride, so... but yeah, overall I would say that it's definitely a nice little competitor in the 250 range. Like I said, it would smoke the newer GSX 250R. It might be on par with the Kawasaki Ninja 250R parallel twin. I want to reiterate that it might be on par. Okay, I'm not saying it is. It might be. Once it starts building some steam, it gets fairly fast quickly, so it's yeah, it's not horrible. It's not horrible. Make sure this has a fair amount of oil in it still. Yeah, we're good. It's a little bit low, and it looks like it could use a change, but yep, not bad. It is not bad. I totally would have been happy with a purchase like this if this was a starter bike for me. Like I said, outside of the gear indicator, I would be happy with a bike like this. This would be a great platform to start on. Gives you the feel going into the turns. It's got plenty of power. So, yep. Gets a plus from me. All right, guys, I hope that helped. Smash the like button, subscribe, show a little love, turn on notifications. Yeah, boy. Good bike. I think you'll enjoy it if you buy one.